everybody, this is Kennedy Does Tech. I am here today with you all to, document and share my learning journey on the Unreal Engine 5 C++ game development course, which is co-created between the GameDev.tv team and Epic Games. It's mainly took up this course so I can catch up on my C++ skills and just retrain them. It's been a while since I started, mostly been working in blueprints, and here's what I've learned in the first couple of hours. And this topic covers from, if you can see from here, from variables to C++ classes, live coding, setting up repositories, working with structs, various functions, member variables, member functions, and mostly controlling an actor rotation and location. Jumping over to our prototype over here. See, we've got our level. I've done some geometry shapes to construct stairs, a little cool tunnel, and the fun really begins here. We've got our C++ class, a moving platform, active moving platform, and we have three functionalities. So here's a quick demo first. So we've got an elliptical platform that is also rotating, comes up to us, jump on top of it, and takes us around our course. See how close we can get to this yellow one. Made it. Amazing. And so this one goes up and down very slowly, whilst the blue one, it rotates. I don't know if it's X's before it jumps off. Almost got it. So yes, little fun bit of demo. And the back end, we can see we've got our variables. The main start of the course taught me how to create a moving obstacle platform. So you can see we've got platform velocity as well as the target move distance. But then we also have for rotation, where we can control the rotation rate in any axis. I then decided to take things a bit further, have a little bit of fun, and implement an elliptical path following platform. As you can see from the various variables such as time being the rate of moving the platform around the path, as well as the center with variables h, k, and the length variables a and b. The equation I was following is the parametric equation of an ellipse, which you can see over here, where x and y are calculated using cos and sine equations. Now if I go back to my level, I'll show you the backend, the Visual Studio backend, my header file. So what I've learned is a header file is like a recipe. It's like our menu. It tells us what ingredients we need, what variables, what functions are in our particular diner. So for example, we can see here we've got tick, we've got move platform, we've got rotate platform, as well as functions like get elliptical position, set elliptical position, and then we've got our variables which are being made public, so they can be accessed by other actors, other functions externally. So like start location, distance moved, distance, platform velocity. And what's unique in Unreal is it's extended, so we have the capability, for example, to specify this is a U property and it should be editable anyway. This is why this then shows up in our blueprints, as we can see. And something else cool I've learned so far is, so when it comes to functions, for example, get elliptical path, you can have different return types. So you have a void return, so nothing is returned by the function. But we also have inputs or parameters, as they are called, inside the parentheses, which is the brackets. If we go over to these ones with the f vector and f vector 2D, we're telling them to give us back a specific set of values, and that is done in the CPP. We can think of the CPP file as one of the details, the breakdown. It tells us what a function is supposed to do. It gives us the nitty-gritty. The way this particular class is laid out, we've got our constructor, some test function stuff I was doing here, learning how to log text and parameters using specifiers. So for example, %d, %f for floats. And normally when a class is called up or executed, we have begin play. So this is at the very start of the game. So we can start stuff like the start location using this function, get actor location. This function is inherited from the actor class, which is where this C++ is derived from. If we look at take, for example, so what we're doing every frame, so this every frame, we are rotating the platform, right? We are if, so here we have if statements. If we've specified the actor of this instance should follow an elliptical path or not. So if we don't want it to follow an elliptical path, we just move it in a linear direction. Otherwise, we follow an elliptical path and we increment the time. Moving the main meat, shall we say, or protein of our dish is the move platform function, where we get the distance moved, right? And that's calculated here. So there's a function being called, and we don't need so there's a member function. So our function here we use this exists, and you can see in get distance moved we get our current location, and we use some vector mathematics to calculate the distance between 2 points. So for example here, distance moved is equals to f vector, and this is, I believe the double colons are scope specifier. I'll have to double check that term. And we then specify our parameters, start location and end location, which are vectors. So a vector is x, y, z values, normally floats or double floats. A float is it's a data variable with decimals, shall we say, which was something else that was interesting to learn about, or to revisit. Yeah, so like most of these things I knew them, I'll just use them. But going back to those fundamentals, I knew you double colon, you get this data, you get, or let's say for example, you want to get the z of a specific function, like get actor location, the dot z of that output. I knew you could do stuff like that. But what exactly that process was called, I did not know. So, pretty good course so far, and I'll keep you updated.